Hi guys, my name is Chris Okagbue, and I want to tell you to please subscribe to Adebasi TV and watch Chat with Ade. Chris Okagbue says so. Signing out.
Yes, okay. So welcome to Chat with Ade. I'm your host, Ade Tiladende, and of course we have this handsome guest today, Chris Okagbue. Hey, I got it! Okay, so you guys, we are of course in Toronto, and he came down for the movie that he was casting, main cast, Finding Odera.
Yes, that's correct.
Finding Odera. So we had a screening yesterday, which was well done. It was the movie. You guys, when it's out, go watch it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Go and watch it. It's a very, very nice movie. So I'm going to ask you a few questions in regards to the movie.
Okay.
But before we dive into that, we'd like to know a little bit about you on a personal note, because we know. Not just me, our fans. I'm speaking on behalf of our fans. We'd like to know. Okay, so you're here. You did the movie both in Nigeria and in Canada.
Yeah.
So where are you based?
Primarily,
Yes.
That would be Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay, so you just come and go. Hey, best of both worlds.
I mean, actually, at the time that the director casted me for the role, I was in the UK at the time.
Oh.
And actually, when we first started filming, I was still in the UK. So I had to fly from the UK to Nigeria to do the Nigerian bit of it.
Oh.
And then a few weeks after that, then flew here to do the
Canada part.
Yeah.
Okay, so UK, were you just on UK as like visiting UK, or you're
UK is like a second home
Second.
for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm literally always there.
guys multi international. So those who want to cast some roles in UK, hey, he's your guy. Oh, that's great. So how was it being part of the project?
It was great. I mean, I've worked with Charles before, the director, but first time I worked with him was on was another film, but I didn't have. I don't believe in small roles and big roles, but I would say I didn't get the opportunity to spend as much time with him on set.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't really have a lot to do. He was an important character that was very pivotal in the story, but didn't have a lot of like screen time, which obviously meant that I didn't have a lot of days to spend on set with him.
Yeah.
But prior to then, I have known of him and of his work. We know each other. You know, the way in the industry is like everyone kind of like knows everyone. It was my first time working with him, so we've had a great relationship. After that, we've been to events together, awards and stuff like that. We have a lot of mutual friends in the industry as well. So yeah, when he reached out for this role, it was a great opportunity for me to work with him again in a deeper level.
Okay.
And obviously the script was amazing, and it drew me so much. I just had to be a part of it. So the crew that we worked with in Nigeria are people that I'm extremely familiar with, that I've worked with many times. So it was just amazing. It felt good just being around them, because like one huge happy family. Obviously every production has
setbacks and
like that, nothing insurmountable that we are not able to tackle. But the shoot was great, and he also gave me the opportunity to really get into character, because obviously there was a bit of time between when we shot in Nigeria and when we shot in Canada. So resuming the shoot in Canada was good, because I was already in character. I knew what was expected of me, what was expected of the character, the trajectory of his character, where he's coming from, where he's going to, and then also getting to work with a lot of new people here in Canada, because it was an entirely different crew. Like literally every single department was a different person as opposed to like what we did in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But it was great as well. It was really good working with the my fellow cast members. It was amazing. It was a great experience.
That's sweet. Okay, so now the movie is like a bittersweet.
Yes.
Without saying too much, it was bittersweet. So how was it working with your co-star?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was interesting, because prior to we being on set physically together. We've done a bunch of readings via Zoom while I was in the UK, and obviously she was in Canada here, and the rest was here as well. And when we finished the Nigerian bit, while we were prepping to come and shoot here in Canada, we did have a bunch of readings. I think it was like 2 or 3 times with the cast members. So as much as I was meeting them physically for the first time, I already knew of them. We had done readings. We had introduced ourselves. There was the vibe was already there, which was great. The chemistry was there. So coming on set and then seeing everyone physically, it was easy because as much as they were new, they were not really new. Right? So working with Charlotte was really good. I would say she made it very easy for me. She's very easygoing. She's a professional as well, which I really appreciate because it just makes the job easier. And she's very talented as well. So yeah, it was great working with her.
So yesterday at the screening, I heard you said as soon as you were coming off the plane, that was you guys were doing a scene right there, and it was quite intimate. So how did that, explain a little bit? How was that? How awkward was that? How intense was that part playing, just coming off, flight?
It was interesting and a bit challenging, but I think that the fact that we had already had conversations over the phone, over Zoom, kind of made it easier. But just meeting someone for the first time physically and jumping straight into an intimate scene can be a bit nerve-wracking. But like I said, she's a professional, and I'd like to think that I am. So I'm sure when you watched that actual scene, you guys get to see when you see the film, the awkwardness wasn't there.
No, it wasn't.
It felt very,
natural.
Very natural.
Yes.
So yes, thanks to her, and it was good. But I think it was a soft landing or a soft takeoff because the moment I landed in Canada for the Canada shoot, the actual day I landed at the airport was the day we started filming because they had airport scenes to shoot. So we decided, we might as well just while we're here. So on my way, the crew was already at the airport. Everything was set up. My costume was on standby. So I just got off the plane, moved my luggage into the costume, and then we got right into it.
Wow.
But it was interesting. But I kind of feel like the moment we shot that scene, it was almost like, where else do you want to go from here?
I know.
It kind of broke the ice.
Definitely
shattered the ice. So every other scene was just
smooth.
It was good.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay, now let's go back to where, if you remember, did you start with your acting career?
So a long time ago. So I always say this all the time. Acting for me started by chance because I actually never wanted to be an actor. I got into the entertainment industry quite young. I was 16, going on 17. And I had gone into the modeling industry.
Okay.
So I was doing a bit of modeling. My older sister had introduced me to her agent. She was already modeling even before me. And I always knew that I wanted to do something in showbiz. It was actually supposed to be music, but that never happened, or hasn't happened.
Yes.
But I just had a flair for the arts and entertainment. It was just my thing. So I got into modeling. I was doing quite well. I've done a bunch of jobs like all the top brands named, and from telecommunications to beverage to whatever. So I was sort of quite accomplished in the modeling industry. And I was in my 3rd year as a model when acting just
fell on you.
I just took it from there. So because it wasn't something that I really wanted to do, I wasn't so serious about it. So because of that, I wasn't getting a lot of jobs. I wasn't actually going for any auditions. I think I was doing 1 film per year. And in those films, because I was new, it wasn't it was a big role. So do a film where you have 2 scenes. Imagine just doing that and then to the next year. I couldn't care less because I wasn't really interested. But a particular guy, actually Yusuf, the director that I worked with the first time ever, apparently saw something in me and kept calling me back for stuff. And I would say the more I did it, the more I started to find it interesting and became passionate about it. So now I do more acting and less well-known modeling.
That shifted now.
Yes. So
the same way when the singing too comes, it will shift a bit.
We'll see about that.
Hey, I heard you singing yesterday, and you got some vocals. Oh yes, but it was flawlessly done.
Thank you very much.
So definitely the talent is there. It is there. It is, you're gifted with that. So the way the modeling came, then the new era of the acting came, then another era of the singing to enter, and hey, showbiz.
I'm a free agent right now, so any record labels out there,
check him out.
I want to sign me.
Yeah, check him out.
I might be the next Chris Brown or the Chris Brown of Nigeria.
In fact, I was gonna say I don't know about the dancing, but yes, he did some dancing steps in Finding Odera. So you gotta see, way. Everybody was clapping. Everybody was clapping because the steps were on point.
It's quite embarrassing. Well, maybe not embarrassed. I'm not naturally a shy person, but because I'm a bit of a self-critic. I really don't enjoy watching my own movies because I tend to criticize myself. So more than half the time while the movie was playing, I usually like on my phone.
I don't want to see it.
Just wanting to watch. But obviously from the reaction, I could tell that people really like that scene, which is good.
Yes, everybody was clapping. It was well done. Good. So, what about your parents? Were they, or you said your sister was already in the modeling industry.
Yeah.
So I guess you also going into the modeling and acting eventually, they have always been supportive.
Yes, absolutely. So my dad is no longer with us. He passed on a number of years ago. My mom has always been supportive. She kind of always knew that I had a fear for the arts and entertainment because I've been singing since I was like 7, 6. And you know how you do all this like family prayer.
They'll say take praise and worship.
All the singing. And when I started to learn how to play the instruments like the guitar and the piano, like there was nothing that I picked up as far as the arts was concerned that surprised her. It's almost like she already knew that I had it in me. So she was just waiting for it to come. I remember the first time I got my first guitar, I didn't know anything about playing. I literally just saw someone playing while I was on set of my second job ever. And this guy came around. So this guitar had been lying around for like days. And then he showed up. He's an actor as well, but he wasn't on the project, just came to like chill with us.
Yeah.
And then he picked up and was playing. And I'm like, it was mesmerized. I'm like, I'm going to learn this. So I went and bought my guitar, not even knowing how to play. You didn't even know that you had to tune it. I thought you just carried it in and just start playing. And I got it, and I got home that day. My mother just said to me in my language, so this is what we are doing now. No problem. And I started to learn how to play on my own, on YouTube and stuff like that. And I'm not great because I can't read music. I don't have a professional training as far as like instruments are concerned, but I know sound and I can pick up sound and just replicate what someone else is playing.
Which is pretty cool.
So she's always been supportive. So when I started modeling, she didn't mind. She didn't care. Like she kind of always knew that I was in the right hands, considering the fact that my older sister was already in the job, and she knew that she would pretty much just like show me the ropes. And then when the acting came along as well, it's the same thing, and she's been supportive till this very day.
Sweet. So what would you say, or who would you say is your mentor in the acting industry? Not just in entertainment industry, let me put.
That is a very, very, very good question. Now, I would say I don't have a mentor. Now, sometimes when I see this, a lot of people think that it's a bad thing. I don't necessarily agree. I respect a lot of actors. I have a lot of people that admire their work. I have a lot of people that their work has influenced my work. But I would not say that I have an actual mentor, at least not in Nollywood, not even in Hollywood. Right? I have a few people that I have like favorite actors, favorite actresses that I watch everything that they do, learn from them, because of one, the kind of actor that I want to be, the kind of movies that I want to be in, the kind of roles that I want to play. Say for instance, Finding Odera, I could tell that the character was very deep. And those are the kind of roles that I like to play. I like to play characters that you have to dig deep. I don't like, it's not like Sofa Pass, but I don't really like the easy roles because I feel like it comes effortlessly, and I feel like when I get home from work, I want to be able to feel like I did some work today.
Not get challenged.
Like, just another day. Sometimes you do this kind of roles. There's nothing wrong in it. It's just about personal preference, and I prefer roles that you get home, you feel like you've created something, you've created art. So obviously for that role, I had to look at characters like, obviously everybody loves Denzel Washington. I'm a huge fan of Tom Hardy. In Nollywood, I'm a huge respect and a huge fan of Osi UKJ. Everybody knows that, even he does. People like Uzaro Kwe, and these are like young actors that are like my age. And I don't believe that because we are in the same age bracket, I cannot learn from you. I cannot look at you as someone that I respect. I don't believe in that. So yeah, I don't necessarily have a mentor, but I have a lot of people that I look up to, people that your work inspires my work.
Okay, well said. It's not everyone that needs a mentor, but
I have mentors in all the fields, but maybe not in acting.
Not in acting. Okay. So besides acting, singing, dancing, what else did you mention now? Modeling. So what else are you into?
I think that, I do delve into a bunch of stuff. I like to know how to do things, right? Just for the sake of knowing how to do them. I like to be very, very versatile. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of acrobatics and gymnastics. Like the backflips, the front flips. It kind of like comes to the dancing. Because like the dance, you have to like do stunts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still can, but like age is not really like on our side like that. So you have to be careful with these things so you don't get injured.
Yeah, so
you get what I mean? But I still do that. I love sport. I love football. I used to play football a lot. Got a knee injury, had to slow down, which is why I had to slow down with the dancing as well. I also do a bit of acrobatics and gymnastics, but not so much anymore because I used to do that when I was younger. So now we have to be careful to not get injured.
Not to break bones.
Yeah, but I just really like to just know how to do a bunch of stuff. Obviously, what I do professionally right now is the acting and the modeling. Every now and again with the modeling. Not doing singing professionally. I do a bunch of covers. I have a bunch of covers on my YouTube page if you're interested.
What is your YouTube handle, please?
This is Chris Okagbue TV. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff there. I also really like content creating, editing videos, pictures. I just enjoy doing stuff like that. So check me out on social media if you want to see some of that. On TikTok, it's just Chris_Kabwe. Same as Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, I just like to know how to do
things.
Moving on, we have the Quick Collect money transfer. You can send and receive your money with Quick Collect. They are safe, secure, and trusted. No transfer fee and at the best rate. You can download their app at Google Play. It is also available on App Store. You can also visit their website at www.quickcollect.com. Next on our list today is the 24/7 Lounge. 24/7 Lounge is a pleasant lounge with a welcoming ambience. It is one place to kickstart your weekend. Enjoy tasty and sumptuous meals with 24/7. It is ideal for personal groups, corporate, and social hangouts. They also offer catering services and party booking. You can also place an order they surely deliver straight to your doorstep.
They are located at number 106 Umber College Boulevard.
Moving forward, we have the VIP Wellness Spot. It is a multidisciplinary clinic in Etobicoke, Canada. They give therapy treatments, facials, body and wellness treatments. To learn more, you can follow them on Instagram at VIP Wellness Spot. Join us in 2 weeks' time on another episode of Odera Advert Flash Show. Bye!
Okay, so welcome back. Sweet. So, what projects are you currently working on at the moment?
Yeah, okay. So before coming here, I had finished shooting a movie. So going back to Nigeria, I actually start shoots 2 days right after I get back. So it's gonna be a busy December for me, November into December, because I've kind of like been away for a while. All the while I was in the UK, I wasn't really doing a lot of acting. I did do a movie in the UK, short film coming out very soon. But going back to Nigeria right now, I have like a lineup of work waiting and fun times. exciting times, and I'm looking forward to it because it's my happy place. I like to be on film sets as much as we still do other things to put food on the table, make some money. I just love to be on film sets. So I'm looking forward to a bunch of like projects I'm doing right now or doing in the future. I have stuff for TV, I've got stuff for cinema, I've got stuff that are coming out on platforms like Netflix and Prime. I've got stuff going to be on Netflix and Prime as well.
Nice.
So yeah, just it's exciting times.
Sweet. So we're just going up. That's great. Hold on 1 second. It's not just asleep. Okay. So in the industry, fully well in the Nollywood industry, we know at times there's strives and competitions and whatnot. Yeah. How do you handle that?
Well, first and foremost, I don't think anyone should be in competition with anyone, right? I believe that there's a role for everyone. That's one, and two, I believe that everyone has something they need to bring to the table, right? I would use myself as an example. I've gotten, as much as I'm super grateful that I have like a body of work that I've done in my career, I've also gotten a lot of no's. I've also gotten a lot of next time. I've also gotten a lot of decided to go for someone else. Now, I've had to come to learn, understand, and be at peace with the fact that whenever I get a no or next time or we work for someone else, it's not because I'm not a good actor. It's probably because the other person suits the character better than I do.
Yes.
Now, because other than being an actor, I also know a lot about production because I produce as well. And I know that one of the most important things about filmmaking or acting is you have to look the part. You have to look the part. If I'm offered a role where I am supposed to look 50 years old, it's going to be hard.
It's going to be difficult.
To pull off. I'm supposed to be 16 years old. I know we don't exactly look our age, but some of these things will be hard to pull off. So when things like that happen, I feel like maybe the other person fits the character better. Maybe they are closer to the age of what they want the character to be or have a certain look.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm very chilled about disappointments because I also believe that when one door closes, another one opens or two more opens. So I'm not really in competition with anyone. I believe that there's only one Chris Okagbue. I mean, my twin brother is Chris Okagbue as well, but it's Christian and Christopher. Yes, you do know that I'm a twin. Yeah.
Shocker. Yeah. Hey, where is he hiding? What? Really? Yeah. Okay, so is Christopher.
Christian and Christopher. Yeah, but we both.
Why are your parents trying to complicate things like this? Are you guys identical twins?
No, we just sort of look alike, but we're not identical. We have a few similar features, but we're not identical.
Really?
Yeah. And he's not in showbiz at all. He's not interested in.
Oh wow, quite interesting. Yeah, wow, that is nice to know.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, there's only going to be one Christopher. So for every role that I get, I believe that it was meant to be mine, and no one else can pull it off better than I can. And for every role that I don't get, I feel like maybe I wouldn't have done a great job at that role. I would have done my best, right? But sometimes your best is not enough for that particular character, and it's fine. It's totally fine. It doesn't mean that you're not great at what you do.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm very chill with like stuff like that. Like I'm not in competition with anyone.
Nobody. Good to know. And knowing well that you're a handsome man in the industry, even the ones that are not quite handsome, we know they're being disturbed. Now, talk less of a young man like you. How do you handle should I say the stress? Some people might not see it as stress, but how do you handle the disturbance of women in the industry?
Well, to be fair, and it might be hard for you to believe, it's actually not as bad as a lot of people think. People feel like because you look a certain way, like it's like
they're throwing themselves at you.
Left, right, and center. It's every now and again. Yeah, but it's really not as bad as people think. But I don't know what the reason is. Maybe I have an aura around me that just says Yeah, great, but nah, I don't know. I don't know. But I actually don't get as many advances as people think,
Oh, okay.
which is a good thing because
Yes.
yeah, less to deal with. But on the occasions that I do, because like I grew up around women, right? I have four sisters. It's my mom. Like when I grew up, the household that I grew up in had more females than males. So I relate a lot, better with females than my male counterparts. Like I have a lot of like friends as well, like little friends, um, colleagues mostly. I don't really have like close friends. I only have like, other than my actual immediate family, I only have like one best friend. And I'm happy with that. Just kind of like just keeps things peaceful.
Yes, it's better.
But it's, I don't know, it's just in the nicest way possible without trying to hurt anyone's feelings. Just say no nicely. Yeah. And sometimes, yes, you do sometimes meet people who are not used to getting no or taking no for an answer. You just have to find a way to persevere and stand your ground. But not, disrespect anyone, because first of all, I feel like it's already a hard thing for a woman to come on to a guy, because like it's supposed to be the other
this
way around.
generation.
I mean, like, it's
easy for them all.
Like, yeah, I feel like it's a big deal for you to like summon the courage or whatever. So that alone I can appreciate, and at least be nice with saying no.
Yeah.
Right? But it's actually not so bad.
Okay. That's good to hear. So, but we would take it that you're still single, you're still a bachelor. Are you looking, or you have someone special?
When you go by mom says
we're still looking. It as well. That's great. So I would like you to speak to your fans and give them a word of encouragement, a motto, something that keeps you going when things seems like it's just not working, and just something to let them know that don't settle and just push for what it is that you want.
I feel like you pretty much said it all. But I mean, what can I say? Just you have to. It's tough out there. Everyone's going through something, and no one's situation is worse than the other person. They say that he who wears the shoes know where it's pinching.
Yeah.
But what I always believe in is that it could be worse. It could be a whole lot worse. Whatever the situation is, it could be a whole lot worse than it actually is. So just try. I know it's hard. Just try to find the silver lining. Try to find the positive in the negative. And just like you said, never give up. I feel like it's important to, find oneself. A lot of young people these days are being influenced by a lot of things and a lot of people, especially with social media. It's hard to find one's identity because it's very easy to be influenced by someone else.
Somebody else.
That's the direction that you want to go.
Yes.
I feel like the first step is finding oneself. It's the hardest, but it's like once you're able to do that, the pressure of trying to be a certain way goes away. And in the absence of that pressure, you can thrive a lot because you're more focused, you're more locked in and zeroed on the things that actually matter, the things that are actually important. And with focus on that, it's all the way up from there. So just find yourself, find what it is that makes you tick, find what it is that you're good at. Fact, there's no single person on the face of the earth that doesn't have at least one talent. At least one. Some are blessed with many, but there's nobody that doesn't have none at all. That is a fact. But the problem is that other people don't know what that is. But it's on us. Nobody's going to help you find it. It's your responsibility to find out what your gifts are, what your skill sets are, and to work on them. Also have an open mind of learning. Don't believe that you know it all. Because when you have an open mind of wanting to do better and be better, you will do better and you will be better. And just keep working on yourself. And change may not happen instantaneously, right? But it will happen. It's almost like wanting to change your body by working out. Like every single day you go to the gym and come back and look at the mirror, you won't see any difference. At all. Every day you won't see a difference. But take a picture on day one and just show up at the gym every single day. Don't worry about looking at the mirror. Show up every single day for 30 days and take a picture on day 30, you would see a huge
Difference.
difference. You may not see them as they happen day by day,
Yes.
but you see, that's the same thing with your life. Just
Mm.
keep doing what you're doing. As long as you're doing the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
the change that you're looking for will come eventually.
Yay! Wow. Thank you. Thank you for that. You guys, I hope you got that. So give us your social media handles again.
Okay, so on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and TikTok is all the same. Just Chris underscore Okagbue. That is CHRIS underscore OKAGBE. And on Facebook is Chris space Okagbue. Any other one? That's all I did. That's all.
That you said YouTube, right?
Yeah, YouTube is Chris Okagbue TV.
Okay, that's the one that's different.
Follow me, catch up on what I'm doing, and let's connect there as well.
Yay! Our multi-international traveler, actor, singer, dancer, gifted. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you. God bless your endeavors. And we'll definitely still meet up in the future, link up. We become friends now, you know.
Yes.
Don't ask me for his number. It's not available. But yeah, so nice. Thank you for having us at Tdot CTV. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.